Right, so today we're gonna do lab 7. So what we do is I already gave you the AutoCAD zip folder. We will open that, okay, file. So let's just go to here, and then of course I'll go to open files, and then I'll have to figure out where I put it. So I'll go to where you put it, and I am going to try to find where I put it. So let me see. I think I'm gonna put it right in here, or I might not. Okay, so probably I believe I put it maybe here. Yes, okay. So I put it in here. So you go and find in the directory where you put it, okay? So this is the one I gave it to you on Teams. So you can download it again if you lose it. I've got extract. So open your zip file by extracting all, right click on the zip folder and extract it. And then of course you can open it in there. Try to find office plan. Yeah, so do not open the so slowly go down and right here. Yeah, so office plan.dwg file, click open it, and here is your open, and open that. Okay, of course then we will have to go to 6022, the workstation. This is your office, and we're going to navigate all the way to the workstation 6022, and that is definitely located to the right of the 2 conference rooms. And we can be able to see, yeah, here are the 2 conference rooms, and then to the right of it. Yeah, so therefore let's just go to our Zoom and click on it, and let's just window it. Yeah, around here. Of course we might have to window, yes, 2 more times. So let's just go ahead and window again. Let me escape it. I went into the wrong direction right there. We will window it again. Okay, we do another window to make it a little bit bigger, so we can be able to find on 6022. Probably you might have to do like 3 times. For me, this is a little bit small. Okay, so try to do another time. And of course, if you want to go a little bit bigger, we can concentrate only this area. Sorry, I went into the regular selection, and I'm just going to window it a little bit bigger so I can see it. Okay, so in this lab, we are going to use a new, of course, a command, and that is erase, which is also, you can be able to access her from Home tab, regular, yeah, use your mouse and then go all the way down, and you can be able to see this little pencil butt right there. Yeah, so if you click on it, it will go into the erase mode. Yeah, of course you can make sure, yeah, to get the little, see this, yeah, little tiny square right there, and with the text select objects. If you don't get it, it means that you are not in the erase mode. Yeah, so make sure you're in it. And of course you are going to select the objects. Yeah, so let me see, we will go to 6022 office, and then of course select this, which is your computer. Yeah, we also want to select the chair, and then of course we also want to select the phone. Yeah, 3 of them. Alright, so once you finish the selection, you can enter, and you just erased the selected objects. Yeah, okay. Alright, so once you finish it, I want you to do save as. Yeah, don't just go ahead and save it. you will be saving, you know, on top of your original file. So what I want you to do is you are going to do the save as. Yeah, so right here. So this little one is save as. You can also access from here. You know, if you go down, you're gonna see the save as. See that? So if you wanna save, I want you to save it back in your lab. Okay. So what we're gonna do is let's just go back to, I put all of my labs right there, and then of course I am in my lab 7. So I created another lab, and then I am going to put the office plan, okay, in there. Yeah, update the relative parts. Yes, I'm just going to go ahead and update it. Alright, so after we have erased the 6022, we are gonna do a different thing. So on the ribbon, you go to Home tab, and then of course you will go all the way down, yeah, to the Layers panel. So here in the Layers panel, you're gonna see the Layers drop-down list, which is this guy, yeah, right here. Of course, you can click on it and you will see all the layers in this drawing of the office plan. And of course, what you're gonna do is go all the way down. The objects on the panel's layer, yeah, we will go all the way down and down. All the way down and down. Sorry, I was answering the door. I'm back. Okay, so all the way down and down, all to the panels layer. Yeah, so when you get to the panels layer, you're gonna carefully look at these little icons right there. Yeah, we have lock icon here, and then of course we have freeze icon here, and then we have a turn a layer on and off icon right there. Yeah, so 3 of them. Pay attention to where you are. And of course, you are going to click, you know, this little end lock, padlock icon. Okay, see this? So if you click like this, it will be locked. Okay, and if you click like that, it will be unlocked. Yeah, so click it again. So these are unlock position. And of course, if you click on it, it will go locked. Okay. Now, what we truly want to do is to lock that panels layer. So we'll go all the way down, yes, and check, oh, did I already lock my panels layer? And we did. Okay, we already lock the panels layer. And of course, it is in this color, is kind of like a pink, yeah. Then we are going to do the same thing. Go to Home tab, go all the way down to Modify Panel, and then of course we will go into the erase, okay, mode. Click it again. You should have a little square circle, yeah, right in there. And then of course we will slowly move to 6021, and then of course the 6020, and we definitely put our cursor right here, yeah, to be able to scan everything that we want to scan, yeah. So we will click around here, and then we are going to scan it all the way down, and your point number 2 is going to be, yeah, right here, yeah. So click it. See that? So we selected point 1 all the way to point 2. Point 1 is the first click, point 2 is your second click, yeah. Of course, once you finish it, you're going to enter on your keyboard, and then finish up the erase, yeah, command. So you have erased the selected objects, and this time we multi-selected it. Yeah, the very first time we go click by click. That's 2 ways to erase stuff or whatever you want to erase, okay, in your drawing, of course. Since we lock the panels, even though if you accidentally touch it, it won't get erased. Yeah, we scanned only the furnitures and erase the devices right in there, like computers and phones. Alright, if you go back into the erase command, you can just click enter. Right now my erase command is already so I already finished it. So anyway, so just click on this erase command again, and of course you can try go all the way to 6023 cell, and then you're gonna place point 1, which is your first click, okay, right here, and then of course gently scan everything, and then we're gonna go all the way down, all the way down here, and then finish it up your second point around here, let's say, and click it, okay. All right, so that's what we did. And you should have something like this, after the eraser command. So what just happened, for you, since we put the cursor here and then we scan, of course, and then we drag the cursor all the way down to here, and what we saw is we get this table, that chair, that text, and then of course this computer get erased. The panels are totally untouched and not we didn't erase with that command. And of course the furniture, the phone, and then of course this 6023 room text, they remain without being erased. And that's because your selection window, okay, intersect them. So every time you intersect the selection window, okay, these objects will not be erased. Only the objects that are within the window will be erased, okay. We can do that again, so you kind of get it. So I'm just going to go back one step, of course, and put everything back in. We can go back into the erase command, okay. So now I'm just going to go very slowly so you can be able to see which ones are intersect. So here, this is called intersecting, and then I go down, that called this, see this, like my line, your right hand side, so that side is going all the way down where this little red button is, and it is intersecting the green, the phone, all right, the computer, and then go all the way down. So what's inside of the window is only the standard text. See, that everything that goes white are the one to be erased, and also they are being selected. So I'm just going to go back. See, all the colors come back. Okay, so if I go slowly, I cross this, it means I am intersecting it. That's why it's not get erased. And here, look at this. See the window of my selection window right there? So if one of the lines of that window, okay, intersect everything, whatever you're selecting, they will not get erased. Of course, the panels, like the magenta color panels, the room's wall, they didn't get erased because I locked it, locked in the layers. Of course, I'm just going to go ahead and there's erase command. So right now, everything is erased, okay? And of course, I can show that to you again here with the hotel. So if I put it, okay, inside of the erased, all right, command selection window, it will be erased. See that? And when it's erased, it goes white. And of course, if you enter it, it disappears. And now I can go back and put the hotel back on. Now let me go back into the erase command again. Now look at this. I scan it, but I intersect it. So therefore, see one of the line. This is two lines are intersected. Only one line. The upper, okay, the upper line of this rectangle selection rectangle window is crossing with the hotel text. See, so even though I click the second second point, the hotel text didn't get erased. See that? you have to scan it, okay, this way by putting the text inside of the selection window to get erased. And now it's gone. Yeah. And of course, try to practice that again and again until you actually get it. Okay. All right, now let me go and put everything back in. Okay. Here, go all the way back. And here again. Yeah. So I have just shown you what we can be able to do. Yeah. By selecting, and we can quickly go back in. Yeah. And then do the same thing, of course, from here. Yeah. We want to definitely put everything, within that window, so they all get selected and erased. Of course, it's gone. Yeah. And then of course we do this again. Yeah. We enter the erase command. So when I enter on my keyboard, your erase command will go back in. And of course we can be able to select the first selection like this, and without clicking enter on your keyboard, if we truly want everything in this 6023 to be gone, we can continue to select manually like that. So now everything inside of 6023 is gone, and I want to put, of course, if you want to put this standard, okay, we can leave that out. So what we want to do is to leave that standard out. So what I'm going to do is to go back and put in, okay, the erase back in here, and I would like to leave this standard out. So you can, of course, go back and then another way to be able to scan is this way to get into the erase command. Okay. Of course, I'm just trying to show you another way to do it. So suppose we want to leave the standard, we can also go this way. So we can just go this way, and now everything is crossed. See that? Everything is crossed, and the only thing that is inside of the selection window is the computer. We can do like that too, and then of course select manually each of them. So what I want to say is whichever you want to go, I want you to erase everything inside of that office and leave the standard text, all right, just like that, and clear it. Okay, so go ahead and do that. So you should have your hotel here, your standard here, and then of course you can also erase everything inside of the 6022 as well if you want to. Okay. So now let's just quickly finish it on this cell. So even though I showed different ways, what we want to do in this assignment is to clear all the furniture out of this, and devices, of course, out of these rooms. And we're going to leave the text, hotel, standard, and standard text inside of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 offices. Okay. Alright, once you finish it, what I want you to do is to call your snipping tool. Call your snipping tool, and of course go ahead and go ahead and snip it, okay, like this. Take a picture of that, of course, and probably put it in the Word. So put it in the Word file, because we will be taking too many pictures and make a little document of our own. So just call Word, okay, processing, and of course open that, and then copy V in there. Okay, so that's the first erase command exercise. Of course, go ahead and save this Word. I'm just going to go ahead and save it on my computer. I just put it on the desktop, for this is what we want to print. Okay, so I'm just going to put there. and put it on the desktop for print. So that's your Lab 7 print. Okay, now let's just go back to AutoCAD right there. And after that, we are going to put everything back in 6023, 6021, and 60, of course, 20. Yeah, so we'll just go back and then put everything back in. We do want to leave this clear though, so I'm just going to quickly erase it manually right here. Of course, you take another snapshot of that, yes, and then I'll put it into here in your Word file. So we have a two picture. Okay, so first is we did the erase, and then second we put them back in. Now let's go back to AutoCAD. All right, then we're gonna go to 6046. Yeah, so we can either go with our little hand. Yeah, so go right here, and then of course try to find 6046 is right here. Yeah, to the right, and then go to the north. Yeah, of right. Sorry, I'm saying to the left, and then go to the top. All right. Show you where we came from. Yeah, so we went to the east. Okay, and then of course you can go to the north and then to the west. Okay, then you will bump into 6046 office. All right, this time we are going to practice another modify, yeah, panel command, and this time we will do move command. So move is right here, so go all the way to home again, go all the way down to modify, and you are going to see the move on top of here. Yeah, so see this, so that is a move command, so make sure you click it. Yeah, let me turn off my hand by escaping it, and of course click on it. Yeah, it will go into the move command. See, there's a little cursor change into a square. Yeah, see this, not a positive sign anymore. And of course what we want to do is to select the objects, and this time we're going to select the two file cabinets. Yeah, so we have this room 6046, and we found the file cabinets right here. Yeah, so this is what we want to select. Make sure the selection window, okay, every time you want to select something, you have to put that within the window, selecting window. You cannot cross anything. If you cross it, it won't get selected. Yeah, be very careful about it. So make sure you select the two file cabinet just above that annotation, which is this guy. Yeah, standard. So go there, carefully select. There's two. Okay, I like that. Okay. Alright, so once you have selected, what we're going to do is we are going to, move. Of course, sometimes you might want to, like grab the endpoint. Yes. So after selecting the object, what you can do is, like, it's going to ask you, like, go ahead and give me the base point, yes, selection. So there's two ways you can do is, if you just click on it here, yeah, you will go back into the select objects like that. Of course, you can select it, okay, this way, yeah, so you can select it this way. And of course, the command line, see that command line is telling you select the objects, select opposite corner of the objects. Yeah, so we can go in there like that. Okay. Okay. Sometimes what you can do is you can right click. So if you right click, it's going to ask you, like, go ahead and give me either the displacement is going to come up. Yeah. What you can do is you can click the shift key, yeah, and then of course and then the right key, and bring up our hidden menu. Yeah, so it will take all the way to the end point. Yes, so when you click on the endpoint, we can be able to grab that. See this? Okay, so that's a grab point that we just chose it. Okay, see that? Yeah. Okay, so now if I move it, see this? I can be able to grab any of the endpoint. Yeah, without clicking anything on it, just hover on it. Okay, so that is a specified base point or displacement, and all you have to do is shift, okay, enter, and it will give you the hidden selection, like endpoint midpoint selection will pop out. So shift and then right click. Okay, shift right click will give you that. All right, everybody, yeah, can please go ahead and do it. All right, now I'm going to specify it. Yeah, because it tells you, go ahead and please give me a point. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose this point and click on it. Yeah. So as soon as you click on it, we can be able to move this. Yeah. See, look at this. It's just like you pick it up. Yeah. So we're picking this up. And then, of course, we have to try to find, yeah, when you pay attention to the command line, it's asking you specify second point. See that? Specify second point. Use the first point as the displacement. It's showing you in the command line. Yeah, so we can do another thing. You can shift you can press down this shift key and right click again. Yeah, so if you do that, another second hidden menu will pop out, which is the same. Yeah, and this time we can be able to go all the way down to the magnet. Yeah, so choose make sure you choose this one, which is none. Yeah, so we don't want that, so just click on it. And then right now, okay, all we want to do is to move it. Yeah, so where do we want to move it? We can be able to move it, okay, to somewhat closer to the wall. Yeah, so we want to move it somewhat closer to the wall. Right here is your panels. Yeah, panels are okay because it's completely locked. It won't move. Yeah, so just put your cursor right on that panel. Okay, see that? Yeah, and that's where we want to move it. Okay, all right, and then enter to repeat that. Yeah, move command again. And this time, of course, what we want to do is to reposition that annotation standard, this text, because it is interfering with your cabinet right there. So we want to move that up, of course. So how are we going to do it? We are already in the move command. Yeah, it's asking you to, oh, please, like go ahead and select, please go ahead and select the object that you want to move. So we already selected it. Okay, see? So this time we're going to select this. Yeah. Okay. And what you're going to do is you want to move it. Okay. You totally want to move it. So there is a different way to do it. Yeah. One thing is like if you just select it, like this is already in it, and if you just enter it, okay, it is going to show you, okay, a different endpoint like that, because we already scan it and also turn on the endpoint. Yeah, so we don't want to do that again, because this is like when you look at it, it's just interfering. Look at this. Yeah, interfering with the cabinet. See that? And don't worry about it. Why? Because we only selected the standard. Yeah, so some people feel like, oh, the endpoint like came up on the cabinet, like I couldn't be able to move this, like standard text from there. Don't feel okay bad about that. It is okay. All you have to do is just click on anywhere. Yeah, the standard text is going to follow the cursor. where you want to put that. So what we're going to do right now is we're just going to put that standard text outside of it, yes, and place it right there and clear it away from the cabinets. So now I think you can be able to do the move command, yes. So I show you two ways to move it. First, we use the shift right click and then bring up the hidden menu, yeah. And the other one is we click anywhere, yeah, even though it is interfering with the previously open endpoint, it is okay. We just click on the item that we want to move and then click on the canvas and then we move it. Alright, now what we're going to do is we are going to navigate back, yes. So go ahead and before we navigate back, go ahead and save it, yeah. And give me my screenshot of this 6046. Okay, sorry, let me just delete this. So I'm just gonna take a snapshot of this room. My cursor is so stiff. All right, and then put it in your Word document. Yeah, so that's your third evidence of 6046 mortification. Of course, so this type of AutoCAD is used in facility, yes. So facility jobs are also very, very good. They get money, yeah, by doing this. So anyway, so just go back to 6022, okay. So this is where you want it to be, and escape to get out of your hand. Back to our positive cursor right there. And this time we're going to do the copy. Yeah? So we will go back to home and then go and then here is your modify. And of course this time we're going to do copy. Yeah, copy looks like this. Of course the copy icon changed to this icon. It was like a little paper icon before, but it's the same thing. Yeah, it is a copy. So right now we're in the copy. What we want to do is we're going to leave the standard text, yeah, and we are going to copy all of the furniture, yes. So therefore make sure you know, like if you scan it, it is going to scan, okay, only the things that you scanned, okay, that you put into the window. Okay, I'm just trying to check the color changes of it. Sorry, I went to answer the door. Okay, so we are doing copying. Yeah, so we go back to home and then copy. Of course, we're gonna have to move all the furnitures, yeah, to this side. So let's just go into the copy command and select, yeah, all of the furnitures, yes. So you can go one by one like this, okay, and you're gonna see the distant color changes like that, okay. If your color doesn't change, it means you didn't select it. So make sure you select all of this. So once you finish selecting, leave your room number and then the standard, okay, and you're going to click enter. Yeah, so after you enter, you're going to click on a endpoint, and then of course you will move it, okay, to this side and perfectly placed, of course, right there, okay. And then of course end it by clicking enter. So right now we have moved, yeah, all the furniture from that side to, of course, this side. Yeah, and since I already turned on the endpoint, I don't have to do the shift right click again. So if you accidentally close your file, you might want to do the shift right click to turn on the endpoint. Yeah, so that's whichever way is up to you. Okay, so once you finish it, all you have to do is just save it. Okay. Of course, make sure you give me a snap, okay, shot of this copy command, okay. So now we'll go back to my Word file and then paste it and save it. Now we have altogether 1, 2, 34 pixel in our Word document. Okay. Now let's go back to AutoCAD. Make sure don't close your drawing. If you close it, make sure you save it. Of course, do not save it back on the your original file. Keep the original file. If you accidentally save it back onto your original file, you can always download it again. The original zip folder from the Teams that I gave it to you. All right. Okay, then what we're gonna do is the next one is we try rotate. Okay, so let's see where we're going on the office drawing. All right, we're gonna go back to where we came from. So we will go to the north, and then of course to the west, and we will stop around here. 6046 and 6032. Okay, which is this room and that room over here. All right, we will get rid of this a little table right here. So there's actually file cabinet is here, so let's erase this. So make sure you go into the erase mode and select the file cabinet, okay, which is this guy next to this desk right here in the workstation 6032. Okay, so of course delete it, enter. Alright, so then what we're gonna do is copy. So we are gonna copy one of the cabinets from 6046. So we will copy this guy, and then of course after copying, we are going to place it, and then we are going to rotate it, and then we are going to put it, okay, into the 6032 room, around here. So that's what we wanted to do. So the first thing what we're going to do is to copy. So therefore click on the copy command, which is enter home, go to modify, and then of course your copy is going to be right here. Yes, so make sure you are in that copy mode, and then we want to copy this guy, so we click on it. See that? So once you finish it, make sure to go into that command. Yes, how do you go into the command? All you have to do is just press enter. Yes, so all you have to do is just press enter right there, and as soon as you click enter, your command line is going to change, asking you to specify the base point or displacement mode. Okay, see it in the command line. So what you're going to do is you're going to have to specify a point, okay, on or near the selected file cabinet, which is this guy right there. Okay, and go ahead and do that. Okay, so we can be able to just I'm just going to use my endpoint. You can use whichever point that you want to use, and then of course we are going to take it out, somewhere far out of here. So in your textbook it's showing you around here. It's okay, it doesn't really matter. And I'm just gonna go ahead and place it right there. End it by clicking enter on your keyboard. Alright, once you finish it, you're gonna have to rotate it, because we know that this is a drawer sign. See another line next to the rectangle? It means that the drawers are on that side. So therefore we want to put rotate it to put it into this, okay, which is going to be at this corner. We want to turn a 90 degree to go from there. So what you're going to do is you will go to the rotate command. So just go to the home, and then of course a modify panel has the rotate command. So your rotate command is right next to move. Okay, so here is your move, and then here is your rotate. What you're going to do is just click on it. It should go into the rotate command. I'm just going to go slow so you can be able to see it. So rotate, select object, see the inside of the command line, yeah? And make sure that you are in the rotate mode by checking there's a little tiny square cursor, yeah? If you still have a positive cursor, then you're not in the rotate mode at all, yeah? Okay, and then of course we want to rotate this thing, so we select it. So after you select it, make sure you do enter. If you forget to enter, you're gonna go into different mode again. And then of course a shift key, and then right, yeah, click, and we will get into our endpoint, and make sure you choose the endpoint selection. Yeah, once you finish it, the endpoint will come on the cabinet. Yeah, see that? And we are going to, of course, choose it. Yeah, once you choose it, it will go into the rotate. Yes, position. Okay, like that. Because we want to rotate it this way. Yeah, that's about like a 90. Okay, 90 degree. Of course, it's showing you. Yeah, about 0.00. Okay, in there, yeah, for you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click it. Yes, some people like to go with the 90. It's okay too, since gently turn it is already at the 0.00. Yeah, so I turn it from there that way. So as long as you can be able to turn that for 90 degree, even though you type in 90, it's okay. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So right now we have already turned, of course, 90 degree. Okay, so it's now standing at the 90 degree position. Yeah, right there. Then we are going to make it a little bit bigger. Yeah? So what we're going to do is we will scale it up. Your home is right there, and then we are going to go all the way down. Yeah, and then of course the modify panel is there, and you're going to find the scale. The scale is right here, yeah, on the third row, in the middle. So that is your scale, and we click into it to go into the scale command. Yeah, of course it's gonna command line is gonna ask you go ahead and give me the subject, object, and select it for me. So you're gonna select the rotated file cabinet, yeah, which is this guy right there. Yeah, and then of course press the enter to end the object selection. So right now we are in the scaled mode right now. So when you take a look at the specify, yes, base point prompt is going to show up. Yeah, what we need to do is of course we go ahead and click on this endpoint. We don't have to turn it on again because we have already turned on, yeah, when we were doing the rotation there. The endpoint will already turn on with the shift right click. So therefore we have to just click the endpoint, yeah, like that. Of course after you click it, okay, at the lower left endpoint on the file cabinet, it will go into the scale mode. All right, so you have a copy, reference, and if you want to enter, like 1.15, of course, in this example, you can do that too. Yeah. So the file cabinet, we want to scale it up 1.15 up. And then of course enter that. Now we already make it big, yeah, for that file cabinet to go into the corner. And of course let's go ahead and move it. So go there and click on the move command, yeah, and of course it's going to ask you to specify, so we still need to select it, and then of course don't forget to enter in your keyboard. After you finish, all right, enter, your command line is going to change into displacements. All right, and of course you can be able to click on that, and we will gently move it and place it, okay, right here. Yeah, so that's where we want to move it. I place it in a wrong way, so I'm just going to go ahead and move it again. Yeah, enter, and then of course put it somewhere around here. yeah, it doesn't want to go to the corner. Yeah, so something is definitely clashing in my canvas. So you might have to do like two. Okay, sorry, I went into the wrong mode. Okay, you might have to do two times, okay, for your move, because sometimes it doesn't want to go into the corner, yeah? So I'm just going to go ahead and place it this way, okay? So if you can be able to put it right at that corner, that's also fine, yeah? Whichever way is, if you get it, yes, from there to here, 90-degree turn, of course, you can be able to get that. All right, now give me the snapshot of this. All right, 6032 office, and of course I'll put it in your Word document. Control V, okay, and save it, please, and make sure you save your AutoCAD here as well. Okay, so we have learned erase, move, copy, scale, and rotate, okay, in this exercise. So once you finish it, just go ahead and close that Office file. Make sure you save it. You are going to upload the Office plan, okay, file, the modified one, not the original one. So go ahead and save it, and make sure you save as. Yeah, so click on Save As, and you are going to put a modified and save it in your lab 7, yeah, and make sure you turn in this file, DWG file, and of course I am going to ask you to upload this one too, yes, at the end of the lab 7. All right, now let's close this out. We're done with this office, and then go back to open and click on open files, and go up one level and go another level up and try to find your ACAD, yeah, ACD, learn step-by-step file. Open it and go and find the engine mount. So here is your engine mount, not the completed one, just a regular one, yeah. Do not give me the engine mount completed file. Don't do it. There's a watermark in there, yes. Don't do it, and just go ahead and open it. And we are going to do a save as, yeah, and we will of course put it into our lab, yeah. So go to AutoCAD, sorry about that, go to the AutoCAD labs, and I'm going to put it in my lab 7 for the engine mount, okay. I would just put it like modified, modified. So outside, yeah, most of the company, they already have all the CAD files. Yeah, all you have to just modify whatever they want you to modify anyway, from construction, architect, yeah, all the way to the mechanical, and of course electronic, the same thing. Usually modifying the file. Okay, so now this is the file that we are going to use to play with. Yeah. Alright, so here in this exercise, what are we going to do? Let's see. So we are going to do offsetting. Yeah, so go to the ribbon and then click Home tab. And then, of course, I'll go to Modify. And we are going to do Offset. So your offset is right here with a little, yes, icon like this. Okay. We need 2 points, yeah, to do that. Okay, so click on it. So once you click on it, you will go into the offset mode. And of course, pay attention to your command line. Your command line should be saying specify office distance or through erase layer, yeah, prompts. And what you want to do is we want to enter 24, yeah, straight in, the right input. Of course, once you do 24, go ahead and hit enter into it, yeah, and pay attention to the command line. It's going to change the select object to offset or exit, all right, undo, and then of course the exit prompt is going to come up, and make sure you select the line as indicated in this following image, which is this guy right there, yeah. So make sure you select this little line, yeah, right there. Okay, so now you can be able to clearly see you have like a 24, right? It came up the one that we inputted. Yes, and your your command line is going to change into specified point on site to offset or exit multiple and do, okay, it's prompt. So make sure what you have to do is to select a point to the right of that selected object. So we selected the dashed line, so we have to go to the right of it. Okay, so make sure you select a point there. Yeah, just click on it. So once you click on it, you're gonna get another line come up. Yeah, 24 distances away from the first line. Then go ahead and enter to exit that command. Okay, so right now we just offset 24. Okay, millimeters. Yeah, from the first dash line, and we have created the second dash line on it. All right, once you finish it, okay, we are going to do a second, of course, a second offsetting. So just go ahead and press enter to go back into the offset command. Of course, once you finish it, okay, we are going to enter 13. So go type in 13 and then enter on your keyboard. Yeah. Once you finish it, of course, we always pay attention to the command, changes in the command line. And this time, what you're going to do is you are going to select the outer circle. Yes. So you have the two circles on the left of the second diagram. Yeah, so we can be able to come here, and then we want to select the outer the outer circle. Yeah, so which is this guy right there. Yeah, so let's just select it. Yeah. And once you select it automatically, yeah, so all of the circles will pop out with the blue line. And what you have to do is you are going to specify a point. So meaning like you choose a point, and this time you're going to choose a point inside of the selected circle. Yeah, we have selected the circle right there, and we are going to just go ahead and click inside of the selected circle right there. Yeah, so once you click it, we have just a place, okay, 13 spaces away from the selected circle, and we offset it. The third circle is going to appear. All right, then what we're gonna do is we want to we want to do it again. Yeah. Alright, so this time we're still in the command, by the way. Yeah, so this time we want to offset this circle. Yeah, so go ahead and select the circle on the right, and once you finish it, select a point inside of that circle, okay, and then click on it. Okay, so make sure you exit the command by pressing enter key on your keyboard. So the end result is going to be that. Yeah, so we have a little circle, offset it, and we have another little circle, offset it, 13 spaces away. And here we offset a dashed line 24 spaces away. Okay, so once we finish it, go ahead and save it. Okay, and of course, I want you to do, all right, this time, the snipping, okay, 2, and then of course Control V, okay, into your Word document. So instead of printing multiple PDF, like last time we practiced how to print it out from the work layout, yeah, this time we learn how to snip it into the Word document, yeah, to make it just one single PDF. All right, so let's go back to AutoCAD. Alright, we will continue to play with the modified panel, and this time we are going to play with the mirror command. Okay, so the mirror command is situated right here. You go to Home tab and go down, modify, and here is your mirror. Yeah, click on it. It will go into the mirror mode. And this time we are going to mirror something. So let me take a look at what are we doing in this exercise. So we will select the arc, and then of course this little thingy right there. Yeah, so this is your arc between the two circles, and go ahead and select it. Enter, press enter on your keyboard. Yeah, enter means we have finished a selection of the object. Yeah, of course once you finish it, your command line is going to change to specify first point or specify first point of mirror line. Okay, so what we're going to do is we need to turn on the center point. Yeah, so therefore go ahead and do your shift right click thing, and then of course turn on your center. Yeah, so center is right here. So the center point is not grabbable. Okay, so what we're going to do is we will find the center and go ahead and find the center on the right side. So here is the center and click on it. Yeah, so if you click on it, we will mirror that. Yeah, with this center axis, which this guy. So you have a symmetry. Yeah, from here to there, and then from there to here. Of course, yeah, finish it. And once you finish it, what you're going to do is click. Okay. To this side. Yeah, because if you go on this side, you are going to get, look at this, I'm just going to show you like how your mirror can be able to change with the axis. Yeah, so now my axis is here, so your mirror go up to there. My axis I want to here, so therefore your mirror is go on this other side. Okay. Of course, once you click it, okay, it is going to ask you if you want to, like place this position. Of course, you do. So you can just go ahead and click it. Okay, so one moment, I clicked the wrong thing. I click it totally no. So let me just go one step up back again, and I'll do my mirror back again. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't have to turn on the center point again because I have already turned that on. Okay, so just click on it, and then of course enter. What you have to do, okay, I accidentally clicked the yes on it. Actually, you just have to put it at the no. Yeah, so because the version 2026, you're gonna leave it at no, and it's going to be okay. Yeah, it means like you don't want to erase the source object. So if you erase the source object, this, okay, the arc is going to be erased. So that was my mistake that I chose the yes. Actually, just to keep it no. So if you keep it no, you don't have to click on it, or you have to just enter in your keyboard, and it's going to do the mirror effect on the selected arc. Yeah, so now we have two arcs. All right, go ahead and save it. And then what you're going to give me is a screenshot, okay, of this completed, of course, mirror. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and Control V, paste it, okay, right there. And of course, make sure you save your Word document, and let's go back to AutoCAD. Alright, this time we are going to exercise the trim command. So we'll go to home, and then we are going to go all the way down to modify panel. And then of course the trim command is right here. Yeah, all you have to do is look at this little drop down. Yes, every time you see the drop down, you are going to open it, and you can be able to see the trim, and you also be able to see the extend. Yeah, there are two commands in there. So right now what you're going to do is just choose the trim command right there. Of course, pay attention to the command line changes, and I have a duty to read that for you so you are aware of it. So it means select object to trim. or shift selected to extend. Okay, so what we're going to do is we want to select the right side of the large circle on the left. Okay, so here is the left, and then there is the large circle. We have three circles: small, medium, and then the large. And you are going to select the right side of that large circle. Yeah, so that's what we want to erase. So go ahead and erase that. Okay, once you finish it, we want to erase another one. So that is the top diagram. Yeah, so go ahead and erase this one as well. Just click on it and it will get erased. Okay, and make sure you end your trim command by, of course, pressing on the enter key on your keyboard. Okay, so we have erased it. So what you're going to do is go ahead and save it, and then I want you to give me a snapshot of this. All right, trim command exercise, and then go ahead and put it in your Word document like that. Okay, and press, of course, OK in there. Yeah, and let's go back to AutoCAD on this side. All right, next we are going to play with the same modify panel, yeah, and go back to that trim drop down, and we're going to play with this extend command. So click on it and go into the extend mode. Pay attention to the command line changes. It's going to ask you to select the object to extend, yeah, or shift select to trim. Okay, so what you're going to do is, we are in the extend mode, so we're going to select near the right end point of the bottom line on the left. Okay, so what we're going to do is here. Okay, here is the the line right there. Okay, so what you have to do is you're going to select near the right endpoint, not at the endpoint. It's just a near. Okay, here is the endpoint. So endpoint has a dash line. Yeah, dash line will populate it out. So we are going to select near. Yeah, near the endpoint of that line. Okay, right there where my cursor is. See that? Okay, and go ahead and select it. All right, so after you select, your command line is going to change. Okay, it's going to say like select object to extend again. Yeah, so what you want to do is to just go ahead and click on it, yes, and then enter. Yeah, so right now we just extend this little line all the way to the end of it. Okay, now what you want to do is we want to check, if we actually extended the line, if we actually have extended the line or not. Okay, so what you do is just go ahead and click on that line, and you are going to see the little blue line, with a little square, 3 little square pop out. It means that we have extended that line. So you can see this line right there. So make sure you escape to get back out of the selection and save it, and get me another screen shot of it. We go there, and then of course we do this, and I'll paste it into this Word document and save the Word as well. So let's go back to AutoCAD. Alright, after we finish these modified commands, so we are going to do the next one. So the next one is going to be this diagram. So we'll go to this part, and of course you will take a look at this very left area of that, this part, which is this guy right here. So what we want to do is go ahead and navigate to there, or you can also window it. It doesn't really matter what you want to do. So we want to we want to make sure we have this diagram in our drawing. Okay, so once we get it, we are going to work on it. Yes, so this time we're going to try fill it. So you will go, of course, to your home tab, and then of course you will go to modify. Yeah, in there you're going to see the fillet, okay, right here. So it has a little drop down as well, so we can open it and be able to see this fillet, chamfer, and then of course the blank curves are right in there. Yeah, so right now we just want to do fillet, so click on it and you will go into the fillet mode. Okay, and pay attention to the command line changes. So you're going to see select first object, okay, undo, polyline, radius, trim, and then your multiple, okay, is going to pop out. And what you're going to do is we're going to choose the R, yeah, R for the radius. Yeah, so all you have to do is just enter R. Yeah, so press R key and then enter key. Yeah, and then of course we want to go about 1 unit. Yeah, so we're just going to click 1, and then of course we are going to enter. Yeah, after that you pay attention to the command line, and the command line is going to change. Select the first object, or okay, your undo, your polyline, and then of course your radius, and then your trim, your multiple is going to pop out. Yeah, so what we're going to do this time is we are going to select, yeah, so we're going to select the line, of course, where we want the fillet, yeah, to go. So which is the very first one is this line. Of course, the second one is this line. So now we just filleted the corner, yeah, at the intersection of that two lines, okay, which is this guy right there. Okay, all right. Alright, so once we finish it, we want to repeat the fillet commands. So go ahead and press enter, yeah, go ahead and press enter, yeah, in your keyboard. So it will go back into the fillet command. Yeah, this time we want to do multiple. Yeah, so therefore we are going to just select M, yeah, for the multiple. Always pay attention to the command line changes. Of course, press enter on your keyboard. Okay, and then of course this time you are going to add the fillet. Yeah, make sure you add the fillets to the corners. Yeah, all of the corners that we want to fillet it is going to be this corner, and then that corner, and then that corner. So therefore we will do, okay, one by one like this, and we are going to, of course, one by one, yeah, like this, and to get all filleted. Yeah, make sure you select two lines to make a fillet in between them. Yeah, so if you want to make a fillet, you will have to choose a two line. If you want to make the fillet right here, choose that two line. If you want to put the fillet right at the corner, choose this two line. We want to put the fillet right at this corner, choose this two line. If you don't click on two line, it won't come on. Okay, so once we finish it, please go ahead and enter to end this fillet command. Yeah, and give me a screenshot of this resultant filleted end, okay, which is this guy right there, and capture that and go ahead and stick it into your Word document and save the Word document and go back to your AutoCAD. Okay, and make sure you save your AutoCAD DWG file. Yeah, alright, next one we are going to go back to our modified panel, and then this time we're going to do the chamfer. So therefore go back to your fillet and click on this little drop down, and then go, of course, all the way to the chamfer. Okay, right here. Now we're in the chamfer mode, and always pay attention to the command line changes, and you're going to see the select first line, or undo, polyline, distance, angle, trim, and okay, and it is a method. It's just that we put a little m right there, and then of course your multiple is going to be there. Yeah, so this time we want to go angle, so choose A and then enter. Okay, so this is the angle option. Yeah, angle option, we use it to calculate the chamfer base on a distance on the first line and the angle. of course, what we're going to do right here, yeah, your command line asking for give me the chamfer length, yeah, on the first line. So we're just going to give length of 1 unit, and then we are going to click enter on the keyboard. Yeah, so it means that the distance is calculated from where the lines being chamfered, they intersect. Yeah. Of course, you can see the command line, yeah, changes to specify, yeah, chamfer angle. We have to give the chamfer angle, and the standard chamfer angle is always 45. Yeah, so therefore, we're just going to give the 45. It's usually 45 is there. Yes, all you have to do is just, of course, enter it. So now the angle, yeah, we'll be using that 45 degree. And then of course pay attention to the command line changes. So now the command line is asking you, yeah, to select the first line, or select do, undo, polyline, distance, angle, trim, method, and of course your multiple is there for you. Yeah, so this time we're just going to enter E. Yeah, E, of course, you are going to press the enter, yeah, after selecting E for method. Okay, so once we finish it, okay, the command line is going to change to enter trim method. You have a distance and you have an angle. Of course, we are going to choose the angle, yeah, which is A, and then of course you're going to enter. You can also select the drop down, yeah, so it's whatever way you want to do it. So angle, we want to go with the 45 degree angle for our chamfer, and of course we want to put the chamfer, yeah. So now your command line is asking you, please give me the, like first line. So we do have to give, the first line. So we're just going to go ahead and of course click on this, yeah. Then your command line is going to ask you the second line. The second line is going to be right here. So now you got the chamfer at the end. Yeah. Okay. And then what you're going to do, okay, is to do, of course, save, like save after you have done the chamfer, yeah, on it. So you will go ahead and save that file. Yeah, so just go ahead and save this AutoCAD file right there for you. And of course, I need you to make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, so go to Window, and then of course a window at this corner. Yeah, and of course give me a screenshot of it. So go ahead and screenshot your chamfer right there for me, and capture here. Yours may be automatically captured, and of course I am on my manual mode because I have more control over it. So anyway, and stick it into your Word and save it. Yeah, I can reduce this window so you can be able to see. Make sure you save your file right there. Yeah, so this is Word. All right, let's go back to AutoCAD. Now we are going to go back to the regular zoom. Yeah, so let's just go back to the regular zoom and bring all of our stuff back on here to our drawing canvas. We're gonna have to do a little bit of stretching, so we're gonna make sure that this 3, okay, the 3 diagram, okay, is selectable. So therefore do zoom all, and then move it to the center, or maybe around here, I think, for my focus. For you, do something approximately like this. Okay, so adjust your zoom. All right, the next modified, okay, command is your stretched. So we're going to go into stretched. So your stretch is right here. Yeah, so go to Home tab, go all the way down, and here's your modify panel. And then of course the command in that panel is your stretch. So go ahead and click on it. Okay, let me get out of this hand. And of course I'm going to go ahead and click and go into this stretch command. you will see the cursor changes right there, yeah, which is a little square. So after that, you pay attention as you always do. You can see the command line changes to select objects. Yeah, prompt is going to come up, and you are going to specify a point, yeah, near 1, which is going to be actually here. Yeah, I'm just reading my text. Of course, in the following image, which is going to go all the way to the end of this last diagram. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to place the cursor over there, and then we're going to end it right here. Yeah, so it means that we have selected, okay, up to there. So once we finish the selection, you're going to pay attention, as you always do, at the command line. So the command line is asking for, yeah, specify opposite corner, okay, and of course we did it. Yeah, so we click 2 times. So one is the upper top right corner, and then the second one is the lower, okay, left corner, selecting all 3 diagrams, yeah, at one shot. Okay, so once we finish it, we are going to end the selection, yeah, command. So therefore press enter on your keyboard, and it will go into the stretch command now. So you're going to pay attention to the command line. Your command line is asking you specify base point or displacement, okay, and we are going to give it a point, of course, near the selected object, somewhere, anywhere, yeah, on that drawing canvas. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on it. Okay, so once you finish it, it will ask you, like specify the second point. Yeah, it's going to automatically pop on in your command line. So what you want to do is you want to move the cursor, okay, to the right anywhere. Yes, so we move a cursor to the right. Yeah, so as you move to the right, you can be able to see it stretches. Yeah, see the 3 diagram, they become longer. Yeah, so right now we want to give it a specific value. Yeah, so therefore we're just going to give it like, hey, I want to stretch about 25 spaces away. Yeah, so go ahead and type in 25 and then enter. Yeah. Okay, so now you can see we just stretch out 25, yeah, spaces away from the original point. Okay, so what you're gonna do right now is to save. Yeah, so go ahead and save that. I open the original engine mod file. Yeah, well, I just want to show you the 25 spaces away is a little bit, yeah, longer. You don't need to open the original file. Yeah, this is the original file before we put all the filler and chamfer and the stretch and the mirror. Yeah, so this is a new, of course, file right there. Alright, after the stretch, I want you to go ahead and do a screenshot. All you have to just call your snipping tool and click on the new, and then of course screenshot this thing, okay, and then put it into your Word document. Ctrl V, save your Word document. We're just making a one giant or PDF, okay, out of Word document to turn in the exercise. So we don't have to print, okay, a lot of the PDF for me. Last time you need to do it is because you're practicing how to print PDF out of a workspace, yeah, which is your layout. Okay, then we will continue, yeah, to do another thing. All right, what we're gonna do is we will concentrate on this, okay, stretched, of course, on the middle diagram with all the circles in it. All right, so this time we are going to concentrate on this middle diagram. So go ahead and do the zoom window. Then we are going to select the inner circle, yeah, which is this guy right there, selected. you should see something like this. Yeah, you're gonna see you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grip. Yeah, so this little tiny square are called the grips, where your center points. Yeah, and then of course the points on the circle, they show up in blue. Yeah, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna click the rightmost quadrant grip, which is this guy right there. Yes, so if you of course click on it, okay, you can be able to grip it and then move. Okay, move that cursor to the right. Yeah, so if you move it to the right, you're gonna see, yeah, the circle is gonna get bigger. Yeah, we want to just gauge it about 36, so type in 36. Okay, and then of course enter. So that is what we're doing by selecting a circle and then change the size of it. Yeah, so of course you're gonna see the command line changes into specify stretch point. Yeah, so we did 36 and then we enter it. It means that the radius of the circle, yeah, is changed to 36 units from the original 12. So it means that it got bigger. Yeah. And then of course we want to, yeah, undo. So what you're going to do is you want to undo what we just do. So which is this guy right there. Yeah. Instead of going into here, yeah, what we did is a grip edit. Yes, and we can just go ahead and undo it. Yeah, so it will go back to what it was before. So what we did is that the circle radius, yeah, is going to go back to 12 from 36. Make sure you click escape. Okay, escape 2 to 3 times to delete all the commands in the command line. All right, then we will move our view to the next diagram. All right, this time we are going to go back to our zoom all. Okay, and of course we are going to move to this top diagram. All right, and of course we will do the zoom window to this top diagram so we see a little bit bigger. Then we are going to click on this line at the end. Yeah, see this? Okay, and you're gonna press the delete key. All right, on your keyboard if you want to do it directly. You can also do erase, yeah, which is under home, under modify panel, and there is a little pencil butt right there, and you can do one of them to delete that line. Yeah, I just press my delete key on my keyboard to delete the line I have just selected. Okay, so it will go away. And then I want you to select another line. Yeah, so go ahead and select the other line, which is this one right there. Yeah, and then of course after you select it, okay, you're gonna click the rightmost grip, which is this guy. Yeah, this guy. So grip it, and then of course what you're gonna do is once the command line changes, to specify stretch point, what you're going to do is you're going to hold down the key, and then of course right click it to turn on, to turn on this endpoint. So let's go ahead and turn on the endpoint. So once this like endpoint is turned on, we can be able to find the endpoint. So therefore we're going to quickly find the endpoint to the other side, which is to the right side of that diagram, and then of course we want to close this. So just go ahead and select it. So when you select it, of course it will close that line with the other side. Okay. Okay, and then what you're going to do is, of course, you will escape out of that command. So you can be able to back onto the original cursor. So go ahead and save that. Okay. All right, so once we finish it, what we're going to do is, we forget to take a picture of it. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is just go back to the zoom all. Yeah, it should be what it was before. And for this exercise, we don't really need to take a picture of anything because it's the same thing anyway. Yeah, doesn't really change much. Alright, so we're finished with the engine mount. Yes, I'm just going to go ahead and close my original engine mount. I don't want to save anything. And then, of course, my modify, I am going to save it. And then I'm going to close it. Make sure you turn in this engine mount modify file. Yeah, please. So you have a two. One is the office plan modify, and the other one is the engine mount modify. Yeah, so you have 2DW file you have to turn in. Now let's go ahead and open another file. So let's go back there, and then this time we're gonna go to pulley. Yes, pulley.dwg file and open it. Alright, so we have three diagrams right in here, and of course the very first diagram that we want to concentrate is this guy. So go ahead and navigate and do window, zoom in. Alright, now we will finish up our modify panel. So go to home tab and the modify panel. We already did everything right in here, yeah, except of course this, yeah. And this, of course, we're going to do that later. Yeah, so right now let's just go into the modify and click on this little drop down box and try to find a break at point. So here, break at point, it looks like a little battery with one spike on it, you know, which is this guy right here. You have two little, alright, rod right here, looks like a little battery. The other one is just one, okay, dash line right there. That is a break at point, and click on it, yeah, to get into that mode. You're going to see the cursor changes from plus to a little square sign, yeah. Of course, what you have to do is let me go back into here. Alright, oh yes, I need to tell you, like to pay attention to your command line changes. Of course, it changes to go ahead and give me this, object. So you have to select the object. So what we're going to do in this example is to select this vertical line, which is going to be this line right there. Okay, select that line. So you can be able to see the little blue color is going to pop out right there where we click. Okay, and of course what we're going to do with this line is we want to break that line. Yeah? So right now it is a continuous line and we want to break it as a specific point. So now your cursor is asking you, oh, go ahead and give me a breakpoint. Yeah, so we do have to give a breakpoint. So what we're going to do is, in order for us to be able to give a breakpoint, we have to find the endpoints and stuff like that. Yeah, so therefore we will do our shift, okay, and right click to call, okay, to call our hidden menu, and then you are going to choose the intersection, okay, right in there, right here. So choose that intersection. Yeah, once you finish it, we'll have to find the intersection where we want to break it. So therefore we go ahead and find the intersection point and go ahead and find the very first one. You have like a many, yeah, there's another one, and there is. So first we're gonna choose the very first intersection point, which is that guy. Yeah, so once you choose it, your cursor is going to change. So therefore, since we have already selected the breakpoint, we're going to press enter, yeah, on the keyboard, okay, to be able to repeat that breakpoint command again. Yeah, and right now we're going to choose, all right, this line, the second line right there. Yeah, so see, it isn't a one long line anymore because we broke it. Yeah, of course, this time where we want to break is the second, intersection point, so which is this guy, okay, right there. So what you want to do, okay, after you break it, we will have to specify, the second intersection. Okay, so which is this guy. So we're going to do one more time of a shift, and then of course select in the intersection, okay, and we will be breaking right here, to the other end. Just click on it and it will break it. All right, okay. Then of course when you go ahead and select this line, you are going to see we have broken a very tall line into 3 different sections, and this of course what you see is the middle section. Okay, then once you finish it, of course go ahead and press the escape button on your keyboard, and that is going to deselect the selected line for you. Okay, so on the ribbon, make sure you click the home tab and then go all the way down and down to the properties. So you will see the properties where the layers are, so which is going to be right here. And of course you have a match properties, which is this a little icon with a brush on it. Okay, so click on it. So once you click on it, your command line is going to ask for select source object. Okay, and of course you're going to have to select, you will be selecting of course this, all right, little dash line. Okay, and I'll go ahead and select that dash line right there. Okay, and of course when you selected, it will change into a little, okay, paintbrush, okay, kind of yes, a cursor, for you. And then of course your command line, okay, is going to ask you select destination objects. All right, it's going to pop out, and you will have to select the vertical line. So that is going to be your destination object, which is this guy, okay, right there. So what we're going to do with this little paintbrush thing is we are actually like changing this line, which is a completely solid, okay, visible line, continuous line, into a dash line. So I just click on it and it changes from the continuous line into a dash line. Of course once you finish it, you are going to press enter on your keyboard to end that command. So go ahead and press enter. So your paintbrush is going to go away. So right now we have broken out the long line into 3 sections, and then we change the middle section with the visible line into a dash line by cloning that to here. And of course we use a command that is like in the properties and the match properties. It means that we're matching the dash line properties onto the visible line. Okay, so the visible line changes into dash line. Okay, once you finish it, go ahead and save it on your AutoCAD, and then give me a snapshot of your drawn, of course, or modified diagram of this, and of course stick it into your Word. Okay, right there, and then go Ctrl V, and then of course save your work, and then go back to your AutoCAD. Alright, and then of course we will zoom, okay, extend it out of it, and then of course this time we're going to concentrate on this little diagram, okay, down there. I'm just going to go ahead and move it up a little bit. Alright, so next we are going to get into more modify panels command. So let's go back to our home, and then of course go to modify panel, and then go to this little drop down button right there, okay, and then of course go to the join. So here is your join with a little 2 head button, of course button right here, and click on it. So that is your join button right there. So now we're in the join mode, and pay attention to your command line. Your command line saying select source object or multiple objects to join at once. So what you're going to do is you're going to select one of the 5 lines, of course, which is going to be this guy. Yeah, so we're going to select this. That's your first line. Little blue line is going to pop out. A second line, another blue line is going to pop out, and then of course your third line, the next blue line is going to pop out, and then of course your fourth line is number 4, and then the last line is going to be right here. They're all disjoint, yeah, but of course we want to join. So once you finish it, selecting all of the object, you are going to press enter button on your keyboard. Yeah, so it means like, hey, I have finished selecting all of the lines that I want to join. Okay, and of course once you finish it, yeah, you're going to go back, yes, and then click on that line. See, now you have one single line, very long, starting from here all the way to the end. Yeah, it's going to pop out with a blue color line. Okay, so once we finish it, we can let this line go. So go ahead and press escape, and your blue line is going to disappear and return back to the white line. Of course, we want to go back into the join command, so press enter on your keyboard, and you can see the command line. You are in the join command mode. Okay, so right now we want to join some more. Yeah, so we're going to join this line, and then that line, and this line, and of course that line. Okay, so we have 4 sides of this long rectangle. Yeah, so once we finish selecting all the lines we want, we're going to end that object selection command. So end it by clicking enter on your keyboard. Okay, and once you finish it, we're going to check whether we have already joined it or we left out something. We did join it. So now you see a blue, highlighted long rectangle right there. Yeah, so therefore we're doing good. Yeah, so go ahead and click escape button on your keyboard to get out of that selection. All right, now go ahead and save it. Okay, once you finish it, oh yeah, I forget you to take a picture of that, so go ahead and click on this rectangle back again, and then of course click new on your snipping tool, and then just roughly snap it, and then of course go back to your Word document, Ctrl V on it, save it, and go back in here, escape, press escape button on your keyboard, save it here in your AutoCAD. Okay, alright, let's go ahead and zoom out of everything. So click on your zoom and then do zoom extents. This time we are going to work on this the last diagram. Yeah, so do a zoom window right here, on this diagram right there. Now we're gonna try array. Yeah, so go back to your home tab and then go to modify panel. Yeah, and you are going to go to array. Is this guy? So we have different types of array. We have like a rectangular, we have path, and then of course we have polar array is there. So we would choose a polar array this time. Yeah, and once you go into the polar mode, polar array mode, your command line is going to change, saying select objects. Okay, and it's like, we have to of course select the object that we want to create array. So we're going to choose this circle right there. Yeah, so click on that circle. Okay, and then of course go ahead and press enter to end the object selection. And then of course you will have to choose the next center point. So you can see in the command line asking you specify center point of array or we have base point, axis of rotation, yeah, choices that we can make. Of course, you can hold down the shift key, yeah, and then you right click. It's going to open up to turn on the center point. So let's go ahead and turn on the center point because we chose a circle. So therefore, we have to turn on the center point to be able to grab that circle, yeah. And of course, go ahead and what we're going to do is, okay, you're going to choose that center. So go ahead and click on it and choose it. Okay, so once you choose it, you will go into the array mode. Yeah. And we always pay attention to the command line. It is asking you select grid to add an array, and we have associate, we have base point, we have items. We also have angle between, fill angle, rows, levels, rotate items, and we have exit. Okay, so this time what we're going to do is we're going to press enter to accept the default values. Yeah, your default values is set as 6 circles. We're going to be creating an array of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circles, yeah, all together. So if you look at the array menu, you can see items is saying 6 of them, yeah. Where's my cursor? Here, yeah, item is showing us 6 of them here, yeah. Of course, these are just a position of between, yeah, fill is going 360-degree around because one circle has a 360-degree units, yeah. All around, imaginary unit by the way, but they are equally spaced, you know, all over. Of course, in that 360-degree, okay, array, we are going to throw in 6. So 360 divided by 6 is going to give you 60. Okay, so that's what you're seeing. The arrays are 60-degree apart, yeah, from each other. So every time you read, you have to understand what you're reading. Okay, you have one row and you have, of course, a 27 between, and then you have a total of 27 between. So yeah, that's the rows. And then your level is going to be 1 between one level and then the other level. And of course, the style is associated, yeah, style. And then of course the directions are going to be in this way, and we're going to say yes. Yeah, we can also press enter on your keyboard. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and close the array right now. So I just want you to understand, yeah, how to go. So just go array here, and we go to polar array here. We click on the circle, we enter the selection, we click on this little button right there. Yeah, see? And then of course we check everything we want to check. Yeah, once you finish it, all you have to do is click enter. Yeah, so go ahead and do that. And of course, when you actually, yeah, when you actually draw, you really have to go fast. You know, you really have to go fast to do that. Okay, so once we practice, yeah, selecting the circle, now we are positioned that circles all around, yeah, with the center circle of this guy. Yeah, so let's go back and do the modify. Yes, panel right over there. Sorry, click on the array, polar array. And we are going to clone this circle, yeah, and we will put the array into it. Go ahead and press enter, yeah, before you forget it, okay. And of course, we can be able to select the circle. So go do shift, right click, okay. Sorry. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake right there. I accidentally hit the left click button right here. So anyway, so let me just go quickly do that for you. Yeah, so this time we're going to use the center circle. Yeah, so click on it and then click enter, and then click shift and right click key, press circle, and then this time we're going to array around the center circle. First we practice with the very first top circle, and to see the array, and study the array menu. And this time we're going to choose a center little tiny circle right at the center and click on it. So now we place all of these 6 arrays that we're doing centering here, and we can see the difference. So if we choose the very first circle that we want to clone, your array is not going to show up. If you want to clone this and then put the array with the center circle, which is this guy, the array is going to show up. Why it happened like that is because of the constraint. So this circle has a lot of constraint. The 360-degree cannot be able to happen because it doesn't have the line for it to be able to print all the centers of that array circle. So that's the reason why you can be able to do it. So that's what I wanted you to see. So you always have to have a center, which is this path right there. It's incredibly important. So this is what we want and there's only one row. And here we're saying, we're gonna make it just a one row. You cannot do it if we center that. And because it's clashing with the other objects are right in the root. Okay. All right. So once we finish choosing the array, okay, all we have to do is just go ahead and exit out of it, and enter it. Of course, now go ahead and save that and give me a snapshot of this. And of course, put it into your Word. And make sure you save your Word file right in there. Make sure you do a save as. So I accidentally put it on my original file, but don't worry about it. We can download the zip folder back again. I'm just going to put it in my Lab 7 folder, and I am going to change the file name to modify. Okay, so we have a pull and modify and save it in the Lab 7 folder. So right now it is cloning into pulley modify. And since I didn't save my pulley star, which is the original file, it won't be modifying into it either. Okay, once we finish it, we can do another one. So let's do another one for modify. So the last one we have to do is explode. Of course, we will use this diagram. So it's already been centered, so we don't need to change the view. So go to Home tab and then go to the same modify panel. We are practicing all of the commands in here, and your explode, which is this guy. So go ahead and click on it. Alright, once you are in the explode mode, your command line is asking you to select the object. So therefore, we're going to choose. Okay, so go ahead and click on it, and you only have to click one time, and it's going to select all of the circles all together. Once you finish selection, you are going to press enter. It means that we have finished selecting the object. Once you finish it. Of course, we can also select another object. Of course, I forgot to select another one. So let me just go and do zoom extend to be able to see another diagram here. And I'm going to just go ahead and escape out of my first command, and we will explode it again. So we're going to choose this. And then of course when you choose it, we can see like I have already exploded it. Okay, and of course what we're going to do is escape out of it and erase the explode. Go back, because we're going to have to choose another one at the same time. So we'll do the explode again. So go ahead and click on the explode command and choose this. Okay, still in that mode. So let me go and erase this. Here we have to go back to this, the first explode, and of course do your zoom extend. Yeah, I'm just trying to tell you how to do the explode at one shot. And then of course go ahead and choose this, and then we are going to choose another one, which is this guy right there at the same time. Yeah, so one selection of the object is done, press enter on your keyboard. Okay, so now we have already exploded, yeah, the rectangle, and then of course the array of that middle circle. Yeah. Alright, so once you finish it, what we're going to do is we are going to check if the explode is already done. So go ahead and click on one of the circle right in there. Yeah, now this is completely exploded, yeah, out of that. Of course, it is still in the array mode. So I'm just going to escape out of it. Yeah, when you click on it, we can be able to see it. Of course, when you click on it here, you can be able to see that as well. Don't worry about the selection, okay? Selection might show up in a little bit different way because I'm in a 2026 AutoCAD version. So you might have like a width of 5 square, and that's okay too. Mine is just going back into the array mode right there, because I was showing a different different exploded item right here for you. And if you of course selected the lower diagram, you see the rectangle lines, the sides of the rectangles are all exploded, meaning they've been broken again. Okay, so once you finish it, what I want you to do is to select one of this, okay, and of course you're gonna have to give me a screenshot of it, whether in the array mode or in a out of the array mode, and that is okay. Sorry, I forget to select this line showing it as already exploded. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and take a picture of that. Okay, and so this will be your last picture here to put it into this file, and go ahead and do Ctrl V on it, save it. Okay, right here, do escape out of it, go ahead and save it. You're gonna have to turn in this poorly modified file. All right. Okay, so today we did array. We did array path, of course, just a portion of the path. Array polar, array rectangle, the same thing. It doesn't matter which one you choose, but we only did one array with a circle. Yeah, we did a break and a breakpoint, chamfer, copy, erase, explode, your fillet, your join. Yeah, lengthen, mirror, move, offset, rotate, scale, select, and stretch. They're all the same. Yeah, so if we touch up a one, like if you do erase, trim, they're about the same. Yeah, your stretch and the lengthen are the same. Yeah, if you do one array, you can do any other array. Yeah, it is the same procedure. Okay, so that's it for today. Yeah, lab 7. Of course, we can practice the command. Yeah, we can be able to do the command. So make sure you do the command line like this. Yes, I can show you, without going to the home tab. You can also be able to get all the array command like that. Okay, it will pop out. If you want to do the break, all you have to do is call a break, and you can see the break, and a break at a point is there. Yeah, your chamfer, you can call it ch. Yeah, and you can see the chamfer is going to pop out right there. Yeah, CHE, and then of course you can give it an M to get a chamfer. Yeah, it's actually right here, so you need an M to write it. And of course you can also go copy. Yeah, it will show up copy is there. And then of course erase, we did erase. Yeah, pencil will show up, and then we break stuff, so that's explode. We exploded. Okay, we exploded the array, okay, that we created. And then of course we did the fillet, so we can be able to type that in too. Okay, FI and then LLET, your fillet is going to come up there. We're just trying to explore all the command. Yeah, make sure you type that in. Join. Okay, your len, LENGTHEN is the same as your stretch. Yeah, it is there as well. And then your mirror, MIRROR, is going to show up again. You can move the object, yeah, at a distance in a specific direction, and you can move, of course, like that. Okay, you can offset. All right, and you can also rotate. Okay, and then of course you can scale. See. Okay, these commands are very important when you draw. So I will assign a lot of drawing for you. Make sure you use them. Yeah, select. You can be able to select. And then of course stretch. RETCH. Okay, you can be able to stretch. Alright, now let's get out of this command line. Okay, so anyway, so that's it for today. Yeah, so lab 7. Make sure you give me this file, put it in a PDF, please. So what you're going to do is save as. Yeah, go to your PC. I usually put it on my desktop, and of course you can type it like lab 7. Okay, lab 7 SCREEN screenshots or whatever, or you can say that lab 7 exercises. So you can go EXERCISES and then put your name. Okay, and then of course save it in PDF, please, for me. Yeah. All right, so once you save it, it's going to create a PDF like this. Okay, so therefore I can be able to see it. Okay, yeah. All right, now I'll go ahead and turn off this Word, and then I'm going to X out of this AutoCAD. Okay, all right, that's it for today.